Are you looking for that family-friendly neighborhood that you are close to all the amenities? That's what we wanted to talk about today.
And let's introduce you to Winterville, North Carolina, where we ourselves have chosen to live. And this little town is just, this little suburb is really just right next to Greenville. It's fast growing, and it's fast growing for a reason. We love living here because, and we're going to really talk about what living in Winterville, North Carolina might be like. It might be the perfect fit for you if you're looking at Eastern North Carolina.
Exactly. Let me give you a very short story. When we moved from the big city like Miami or Denver to here, and my wife bought over the camera actually house in Winterville, I was thinking, wow, this is in a country, because I never lived in a smaller town. No,
we never lived in the suburbs. We were always city people.
And then I was complaining about that to my wife in the beginning, but now after a couple of years, we love it, and I really appreciate that how friendly the neighborhood is. But anyway, I wanted to continue with that.
But just to really add to that little quick story is, I think women in general tend to be connected to houses. And yes, I did buy our house on the internet. We help relocation people all the time, and I try to be honest with you about those things. But I could get a sense that this was the right place for us. And he, within a month or two, he was like, no, I love my house.
I fell in love with that. And then now we wanted to talk really about Winterville, North Carolina, no? Because you saw a lot of things in the internet and you're curious, what is this Winterville? And to be honest, many people that they call us, even from out of the state, they're always wondering that these two are completely separate, Greenville and Winterville. In reality, yes, on the map, maybe it's separate, but really Winterville is a suburb of the Greenville, North Carolina.
Now, also Winterville is one of the fastest growing parts of Pitt County. 1,000 new residents move to Winterville every single year, and this town is roughly 10,000 people, with 1,000 people being added every single month. You can see that Winterville is through change, but really people move here because they want to be in houses. So you're getting those small town feels. You have quiet neighborhoods, you have local coffee shops, and you have people like, we know our neighbors. For Halloween, one of the neighbors couldn't be at her home because she was going to be somewhere else, and she brought candy over for my kids, which was a nice little gesture because it was just somebody on the street and she wasn't going to be home Halloween, so she didn't get to see my kids all dressed up. But beside that size, we are still only 10 minutes from Greenville, 10 minutes to all the major things you might need in a major city. So Winterville is that perfect middle ground to where you don't feel like you're small and isolated. You definitely feel like you're in the suburbs here, and it's definitely one of our favorite places to live.
Exactly. Therefore, also we wanted to talk about affordability. No, Winterville, we wanted to know if a different section, especially housing, no, that is the main expenses for any family that either come with the kids or not, they are retired, they wanted to relocate to the area. And I can just say that median home price in Winterville is around $280,000 up to $330,000, and it's a little bit more expensive if you were wondering in housing than Greenville, North Carolina. And usually the number of the list of the homes is almost half of the Greenville, North Carolina. Let's say like last month we had like 69 homes, single family in Winterville, and in Greenville was around like 140.
And yet
and that's why you can see the range of even the houses that comes to market from Greenville to Winterville.
Also, the cost of living in Winterville and Pitt County in general is still 10 to 12% lower than the national average, so you're still getting savings. Winterville is a little bit more expensive than Greenville, but you can also still get, when you're comparing it to national, very much a saving. Exactly. And you are going to get a newer home, master communities plan, sidewalks, parks, modern designs, because Winterville is a growing area, so they're doing modern type homes. And also, depending on where in Winterville, some are going to be the Greenville taxes, and some people are going to get in the not Greenville taxes, and they're going to have a lower tax rate by a lot.
Which we're going to talk about in the other video too.
And either way, if you're comparing major city to like the suburbs, we are still beating Raleigh and Charlotte.
Exactly. Therefore, those are good things. As my wife said, the Greenville, even you can see houses in 1950s and 1900, but most of the communities in Winterville, there are 2000 or newer. That's why, because it's a suburb of the Greenville. The next thing that we wanted to talk about that I personally loved, and was one of the things that I fell in love very short after we bought, is the strong sense of a community. No, that is when we came from a big city like Miami, and people that were not even talking to each other. And when we came here, we saw that even you were walking in the neighborhood, people started waving at you. They wanted you go to the grocery store, people wanted to talk to you. We didn't have that back in Miami, Florida. And that's what I wanted to say. That's one of the things that I fell in love with in our neighborhood, in our community in Winterville. And also, we have different festivals. One of the main festivals that I'm still looking forward to that we attended last year was a watermelon festival. No?
And then the first time we went to the Winterville Watermelon Festival, we were very disappointed because we got there late, so they ran out of watermelon. So we will not be making that mistake again. And thousands of people actually come to the Watermelon Festival. Also, besides that fun festival, there's a recreation department, sports league. You want to do Tai Chi in the park, there's a person teaching you Tai Chi in the park. Community events, youth programs, adult sports programs, all of that does exist here in Winterville. Also, we have parks, we have green spaces, we have playgrounds for the kids to go to where my kids know which parks they actually like to go to. So it's definitely like a small town, but it's definitely growing, and that's that means that there's opportunity.
If you wanted to go to swimming pool, we have even indoor swimming pool, Aqua Winter in Winterville, North Carolina. Now we wanted to talk about schools. What you wanted to add?
I just want to quickly add about grocery stores, right? I know it's not a small thing, but it is a small thing. People ask me how many stores we have. Look, if I need to go to Walmart, the big Walmart, I can get there. It's in Greenville. It's 10 minutes. If I need to go to my local grocery store down the street on Christmas morning, I'm going to run to the Food Lion. I know they're going to be open for a few hours. So if I forgot something for my Christmas dinner, I can go grab it and still make it for us in time. So yes, we definitely have grocery stores. We have a lot of grocery stores. Fresh Market is technically Winterville, or it might be Greenville. We have Sam's Club.
Fresh Market is
my husband could get at Sam's Club and be back to our house in 10 minutes, so gas does not take forever, and he's still saving money because we're going to Sam's Club for it.
Exactly. Therefore, we have Food Lion, we have Walmart, we have Aldi and Lidl on the East Fire Tower Road. That's where.
And if you need to go to Trader Joe's, that's in Greenville.
And then we have a Trader Joe's that came last year to this area. This is another thing. If you love Trader Joe's, that could be another thing. Now we wanted to talk about schools, and education access. Of course, we have in Greenville East Carolina University, but technically East Carolina University main campus is in downtown Greenville, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. But specifically for Winterville, North Carolina, we have Pitt Community College that they have more than 24 different of certificate and AA associate degree there in the different practical things.
And I want to say, we met at a community college in Miami. That's where we met, right?
Exactly.
So we worked there. We were both working in a college, and I can tell you that when I look at Pitt Community College, even though I've never worked there, I have no affiliation there, I can say it's amazing the opportunities they have there, because when I lived in Miami and we worked in the schools, learning HVAC, learning plumbing, all of those things were something that you had to go to trade schools for. You didn't learn at the community college, and yet here in Pitt Community College, they teach you more things that are very, very practical skills. Exactly. And I think that's an amazing thing. Also, I just want to point out, yes, there are elementary schools here, Wintergreen, A.G. Cox, South Central, all technically located in Winterville.
Yeah.
And then there's also Copper Creek.
A.G. Cox for the middle school and South Central for the high school.
And Copper Creek.
Exactly.
And then there's one over there, I forgot the other one, but there are definitely schools in Winterville. You're gonna have to check them out. But if you're going from kindergarten, pre-K, and there's private school choices too. So if you're going from pre-K all the way to college, every level of education is right here.
Exactly. Therefore, I think also Pitt Community College has advanced placement AP, for many.
I think so.
That's what we were talking to there. That's also, we can give you more information if you are really wanted to do that for your kids. And now we wanted to talk about safety. This is actually one of the top things about Winterville, North Carolina. According to the rank actually released not long ago, Winterville, North Carolina is in the top 10.
It was number 4. I think it was number 1
safest town
before.
In whole North Carolina. Therefore, we had even at some point ranked number 1.
Right, and number 4 is because there was one murder in a house, but that was like a domestic affair. Either way, it knocked us down to number 4. Now, the community is controlled by the local police station. If you're going out of town, you can actually call the police station to drive by your house to make sure that your house is safe. It is an option that you can do with the local police station around here. And also the town really does work on streetlights, community, water, watch programs. So for it, like I just told you about. So if you're here and you're for family or retiring, it's the kind of place where our kids can learn to ride the bike in the cul-de-sac, and it is really, really comfortable to walk around. And I'd prefer to be in a little suburb than, since I'm growing my kids, than having them walk the big city and the big streets right now.
Exactly. Now you're wondering, oh, okay, Victoria, you said all these things. What about the access? No? Because you wanted to know that what is the access of Winterville to different places. I can tell you that if you are looking for the airport, we have a local airport called Pete Greenville Airport, or PGV. That's how I call it. And then this airport, actually, we have an American airline that takes you. We have a couple of actually a scheduled flight every day that takes you to the Charlotte, which is an international airport, and there you can go to the different places in America or outside.
But if you want to go to international travel and you want to go to Raleigh, or you want to go to a big concert that's happening in Raleigh, that's an hour and 15 minutes. Exactly. If you want to go to the beaches on the Crystal Coast, which I prefer, the Outer Banks are actually closer in some ways, but the Crystal Coast is more my favorite. It's Atlantic Beach, Emerald Isle. How far away is that?
If you want to go to Atlantic Beach, 60 minutes. If you want to go to Emerald Isle, maybe around 80 to 90 minutes if you wanted to drive.
But if you want to go to the Outer Banks, those are famous too. So,
but like an average commuting really in Winterville is like 18 minutes. And in the national average, we are talking about 26. Therefore, I can tell you that we have a less commute than even the national average in our Winterville, North Carolina.
Now, if you're looking for the college life, Winterville is definitely not for you, because Winterville is not the college life town. This is for families who want the great schools, a safe environment, retirees who are just looking for a slower pace, friendly neighbors, a little bit more peace. Of course, remote workers who just want to have a reliable internet, sewer, stuff like that, without moving too far from the city but being a little further away. And if you're just looking to be smart and looking for something that has built equity over time, Winterville is a really smart choice, because it's something that is growing in nature, and it's growing every year over year with appreciation.
Exactly. And then of course we have even a new company, Boviet Energy, that originally is from China, and they have a 2 plant that they actually opened. The first one in April 2025. The second one in a couple months is going to open too. And that brought 1,200 actually job opportunity there. And that's another people that might want to look at the area for Winterville.
Now, Winterville really does deliver on its promise, where it's a big city access and small town life. It's the suburbs here, and it makes you feel safe. The community is there, and the affordability is still here, and it is growing, which means appreciation is happening. So if you're looking to move to Winterville or anywhere in the Greenville area, we can't wait to talk to you. Hit us in the Calendly link below, because we'll figure out which house is best for you, even if you're out of town. I told you I bought my own house on camera, so I know all the mistakes I made and what I would go. We
didn't make a mistake, by the way.
I know, we picked the perfect house.
Just saying that, and don't forget to look at all of our video and playlists here. Don't forget to support us by subscribing and leaving us a comment. We love to hear your story, and see you next time.